Hello everyone. I'm Dr. Shweta Patil, Assistant Professor of Kriya Sharir Department, PDEA College of Ayurved and Research Center. Today we are going to explore tuning fork. This is small but interesting and important instrument. We are going to explore this with two postgraduate students. So, in this video, we are going to learn parts of tuning fork and two different tests with the help of tuning fork. This tuning fork is included in our UG and PG curriculum. So let's begin. Hello everyone. Today our PG student will explain application of tuning fork in physiology.
I am Dr. Pawan. I am Dr. Nilesh. We are both from Kriya Sharir Department, PDEA College of Ayurved and Research Center, Nigadi. Firstly, I will show you the parts of tuning fork. Tuning fork has three parts: two prongs, one stem, and one foot piece. I am going to show you the Weber's test. Firstly, I will tell you the procedure of Weber's test. You have to strike the tuning fork on hard surface, and then you have to keep it on the midline of forehead of the patient, and then ask patient, in which ear do you hear more sound? If patient tells you I am hearing same equally in both ears, then it is normal. If sound lateralizes to the affected ear, then it is a conductive hearing loss, and if lateralizes to normal ear, then it is sensory neural hearing loss. We are going to perform a Weber's test on our volunteer. In which ear do you hear more sound?
Equally in both the ears.
Then the hearing capacity of our volunteer is normal.
Now I will explain you the procedure of Rinne test. Firstly, strike the tuning fork on hard surface and then place it on base of mustard bone. Ask patient when you no longer hear the sound. If patient says no, I don't hear it, then move the vibrating tuning fork to the external ear canal and ask patient, do you still hear it? If patient says yes, then hearing capacity of patient is normal, that is ear conduction is greater than bone conduction. If patient says no, I don't hear the sound, then negative Rinne, that is conductive hearing loss. And one more condition is there. If patient says yes, I hear the sound but softer than before, then sensory neural deafness is there. Now I will perform Rinne test on our volunteer. Please tell me when you no longer hear the sound.
I can't hear it now.
Do you still hear it?
Yes, I hear it again.
Then our volunteer has normal hearing capacity, that is ear conduction is greater than bone conduction.